I'm Ruthie Lichterman. Hi. And Jenna Kaufman is with me today. Thank you so much for coming here and participating in this offering. We are so glad to be able to do it. This is our third year. So all you need for this practice is a chair. If you have a mat, that's great. That can help that's a little stickiness that can be helpful when we come into some standing postures, but you don't have to have one. You can have your shoes on or off. If your shoes do not have rubber sticky bottoms, take them off. And we have several people participating in dress clothes and dresses. So just to know, there will be some offerings where it's some wide leg things. You don't have to do that. And that's true of all of the poses. They're just offerings from us. So there are ways to modify, or you can always substitute in a different pose that we've done. So cat-cow is a good one. There's a lot of stretches. So we want everyone to be comfortable. We're here to guide you, but it's, up to you how you want this practice to be. So modify for yourselves. Okay, I think I've got this mic good. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started since we have a short time. So everybody come to seated. And go ahead and check in with your feet. We're going to find Tadasana mountain pose. If you're a regular yogi, you're familiar with that. If not, no big deal. This is very beginner friendly. Hi. So take a look down at your feet. We're going to have our feet about hip width apart. We want about 90 degrees. We're aiming for that. From the hips, knees, ankles. So the knees are stacked over the ankles. And the knees are coming out from the hips. Sit up really nice and tall and close your eyes. So we're going to bring our attention to the feet to start. Think about grounding through the inner and outer edges of the feet, the heels and the balls of the feet. And from that grounding in and rooting down of the feet, we're going to energize up through the feet, checking in with the hips. The hips are grounded in our chair seat. We're lifting up tall through the spine. The shoulders are rolling open back and down. The back of the neck is long, lifting up tall through the crown of the head, bringing the ears to stack over the shoulders. Shoulders stack over the hips. Hands can rest lightly on the thighs. And we'll take a few moments to connect to our breath. The breath is so important in our yoga practice. And we're going to work on finding Samavritti breathing. Samavritti means same fluctuation. So that's an equal duration and intensity to your inhale and your exhale. Breathing in and out through the nose if that's comfortable to you. And I like to silently count the breath to find that equal rhythm. I like to use a 4 count, so I'll guide you through just a couple of breaths like that. That would be an inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to be quiet and give you 5 more breaths here to tune in. With your next inhale, you can let the eyes slowly flutter open. We're going to bring our arms alongside our sides, our hips, palms facing forward. And when you turn the palms to face forward, you'll notice that the upper arms rotate open, so we're nice and open across the chest. We're going to find some gentle movement with the breath. Inhale, reach the arms up to frame the ears. Exhale, slowly bring the arms back down alongside the hips. We'll do 3 more like that. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bring the arms down. 2 more. Next time you inhale, we're going to switch it up. On our exhale, we're going to find a forward fold. So coming forward, draping the upper body on the legs. You can let the hands release, maybe just relaxing them down towards the floor. Bring the chin to the chest. Relax the neck. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. We're going to take a few breaths here in this forward fold. As you inhale, think of lengthening through the spine, and as you exhale, melting that upper body a little bit closer or a little bit deeper into the thighs. Take another full round of breath here in this seated forward fold. And on an inhale, we're going to find a half lift. So you can slide the hands up to the shins, tops of the feet to lengthen the spine from the tailbone through the crown of the head. So you're just lifting the upper body off of the thighs. Back of the neck is long. On your next exhale, you're going to release and fold into the legs. On your next inhale, we're going to come back up to seated, arms alongside the ears. Exhale, our seated Tadasana, mountain pose. So we're going to flow a little bit like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine from the tailbone. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Reach the arms up. Exhale, seated Tadasana, arms alongside the hips. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reach the arms up. And then to close it out, we'll bring the hands through heart center. Activate the connection between the palms. Roll the tops of the arms open. Close the eyes here and take a few breaths. Maybe think of setting an intention for the rest of this practice. Maybe it's something you're working with today. On your next inhale, release. Bring the hands to the thighs. Flutter the eyes open. We're going to find cat-cow in the chair. So if you're familiar with yoga, this is a really great fundamental pose, finding spinal flexion and extension. You might want to sit forward a little bit. And on your inhale, you're going to tilt the pelvis forward, open up the heart, lift the gaze. As you exhale, you're going to tuck the tailbone to round the spine back, bring the chin to the chest. And continue with those motions with your breath. Inhale, finding that cow spine. Exhale, rounding back. 3 more. One more inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to come to sit up nice and tall. Let's heel toe the feet together for our twist. Planting the feet, we're going to use the chair to help us move deeper into the twist. We'll start by twisting to the left. We're going to bring our right hand to the outside of the left thigh. And we're going to twist open towards the left. So you can use that left hand on your chair back to maybe help you find more leverage, if that's available. If not, you can hold on to the lower part of your chair. Just use the chair to help you in your posture. And with those feet together, we want to keep the knees together, and we're going to take a couple more breaths here in this twist. As you inhale, think of lengthening up through the spine. As you exhale, maybe you rotate a little bit deeper into your twist. We'll take another full round of breath here. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to slowly untwist, just coming forward, bringing those shoulders forward, taking a moment to reset before moving to the other side. So we're going to bring the left hand to the outside of the right thigh to twist open to the right. So a tendency here can be to let those hips come out of alignment. We want to keep them square to the front of the mat. So feet are together, keep the knees together. Good. Don't let that right hip roll forward. Soften the shoulders. We'll take 2 more breaths in this twist. On your next inhale, slowly unwind. Malasana, squat pose. So this is one that if you have a dress, it might be a little bit tricky. So follow along if you'd like, or just bookmark it and something to do at home. So for Malasana, we heel toe the feet wide. And this is a seated variation of this. The feet and the knees, so the toes going out at an angle, the knees are going to go out at an angle. They're coming out from the hips, so it's hip opening here. And we're going to bring the hands to heart center and start to lean forward. So when you lean forward, you might feel a little bit of in those hips. Keep opening up the knees. Maybe you're able to lean forward far enough that you can find a connection between the elbows and the inner thighs. Lengthen through the spine. We want to keep the heart opening up towards the thumbs. We don't want to round in the upper back. Take 2 more breaths here. And now we're going to come into a twist. Twisting to the left. We're going to bring the left hand to the left ankle. Right arm is going to reach up towards the sky, twisting the heart open. That's towards the right. Sorry, guys. Right, left. So confusing. Keep grounding through the outer edges of the feet. Keep those hips opening up. 2 more breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale, release to center. Malasana. So take a moment to reset before moving on to the other side. This time we're twisting open to the left, right? Is that right? Yes. Left, right. Thank you, Lulu. All right, we're going to bring the right hand to that right ankle, left arm up towards the sky. And as you twist open, you may notice that left knee in particular is wanting to roll in towards the center. Keep grounding through the outer edge of the foot, opening up through the thighs. 2 more breaths here. One more inhale. And exhale, release. Coming through center, taking a breath to reset. And then inhale. You can bring the hands to the thighs, slowly lift up. We're going to heel toe those feet back together. Back to center. Another hip opener here, pigeon pose. So again, just be mindful of what's available to you right now. We're going to hug the left knee in towards the chest. Do a few circles here. Just finding some movement in that hip. Good. Keep breathing. We've got one direction, then we're going to reverse. And hugging that right knee, or we have left knee towards the left shoulder. We're opening up here so that we can find a figure 4 for our reclined pigeon. Now focus on getting the ankle all the way to the other side of that right thigh so that we're not sickling the foot. And we're opening up that left thigh. Inhale to lengthen, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, start to hinge forward. Maybe you bring your forearms to that left leg. So this is something that you're going to feel as a big, intense stretch to that outer left hip. Breathe into it. 3 more breaths here. On your next inhale, we're going to slowly come up, slowly rise, and gently come out of it, opening up that left thigh, planting the left foot. That was the left. That was my left also. All right, so other side, same thing. So make sure first that you're planted through that left foot, grounded there, and hug that right knee in towards the chest. So just some circles here. Keep breathing. And then reverse, going in the opposite direction. Hug that right knee towards the right shoulder. Open up that thigh and find your cross. Outer right ankle on top of the left thigh. Active through that right foot. You can even bring the hands to externally rotate that right thigh. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, start to hinge forward. Coming into a little bit of a fold here. Send the breath to that outer right hip. Three more breaths. On your next inhale, slowly lift up. And we're going to gently come out of it. Plant that right foot. Chair pose, Utkatasana, in a chair. In a chair. So grounded through the feet, arms up alongside the ears. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, knit the ribs in together so you've got some core activation. You can take 3 breaths here, or if you really want to challenge yourself, you can start to hinge forward, bring some weight into those feet, and hover your seat off of the chair. Yogi's choice. 2 more breaths. One more inhale. And then exhale to stand tall. We're all making our way to standing for Tadasana. Feel free to use your hands for support on the chair if you need to. Great. We made it. We're standing. All right, so this is where we're going to change the orientation of the chair. Everyone come to stand behind your chair. And Jenna's got a great side angle view for everybody. We're going to flip the chair. If you've got a mat, chair is at the top of the mat, chair back towards the top. So go ahead and bring your chair up here. What we want is enough space behind the chair so that you can find a variation of downward facing dog so that you've got enough room behind you, and that's as far back as we're going to go. Okay, and we'll get there in just a little bit. But first, we're going to stand about 2 feet in front of the chair, the seat of the chair. And we're going to find another one of those sun salutation flows. So we're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips to find a forward fold. You can bring the hands onto the seat of the chair, release the chin to the chest, maybe the crown of the head presses into the chair, seat. We'll take 3 breaths here into the backs of the legs, ankles under the hips. With an inhale, we're going to lengthen through the spine, so straighten the arms. And exhale, bend the elbows, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach the arms up. Exhale, stand tall, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Now you can stay here in a forward fold, or if you want to come into a down dog variation, start to walk the feet back, making an inverted V shape with your body. So the ears come in between the upper arms. And with the hands, these chairs are extra cushiony, but imagine if you were pulling the chair apart with your hands. That'll give you more space on the back body to melt the heart towards the mat. We'll take 3 more breaths here. On your next inhale, we're going to step the right foot forward towards the chair. So we're going to have the right foot to the inside of that front chair leg, and we've got a lunge pose here. So this is low lunge where I am right now with the hands on the chair for support. Leaning forward in the upper body, that left ball of the foot is grounded, the heel is lifted, bending the right knee. Hug the right hip back. You can stay here. This is a great place to be. Or if you want a little bit of an extra challenge, you can lift up in the upper body, arms frame the ears. 3 breaths. One more inhale and exhale, coming into a twist. So you can do this up high or down low. If you want to take a high lunge twist, you're just going to reach that right arm towards the back of the room, left arm towards the top of the chair, twisting open towards the bent knee. If you've got hands down, you can bring the left hand to the seat of the chair, right arm towards the sky. So multiple variations here. You choose your fun, and we'll take 3 breaths. Hug the inner thighs towards the midline, strong in the legs here. One more inhale. And exhale, release, grounding both of the hands on the seat of the chair, squaring the shoulders back to the chair. We're going to step back, exhale, downward facing dog, or you can take a forward fold. Coming into the other side, we're going to step the left foot forward. So left foot to the inside of the left chair leg, bend the knee. So we want to have our foot to where the knee is bent towards 90 degrees. So starting in low lunge, ball of the right foot is grounded, heel is lifted. Strong through the legs if you want to come up. You can stay right here. Or you can inhale, lift up tall through the spine, arms frame the ears, soften the shoulders. 3 breaths. One more inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to twist open towards the left, towards the bent knee. Left fingertips reach towards the wall behind you. Right fingertips towards the top of the chair. If you've got the low lunge variation, the left hand is grounded. Right hand is grounded. Left fingertips reaching up towards the sky. 2 more breaths wherever you are. One more inhale and exhale. Release. Untwist in the upper body. Shoulders square to the chair. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Or forward fold. You choose your variation. 3 breaths. On your next inhale, we're going to start to walk the feet towards the chair, coming into a forward fold. And on an inhale, slowly roll up, come back to standing. Great. Y'all stay where you are. I'm just going to change the orientation of my chair. All right. Okay, good. We're good for time. All right. Standing balance. Yay! All right, balance. Balance is so important to practice. This is another one that can be good to practice at home, and the chair just gives us a few options. Okay, I'm coming back to sideways. All right, so using the chair, we'll start from Tadasana. That's where we always start, standing up nice and tall. We're going to start with the left leg, grounding through the right. So the right foot is grounded. We're going to lift the left heel, ball of the left foot, and step that left foot onto the seat of the chair. Once you find that connection, root down that left hip. The left hip might naturally want to hike up. We're going to keep the hips level. So to come into the twist, right hand is going to come to the outside of the left thigh. We're twisting towards the bent knee in all of these postures. Left arm alongside the ear, and then twist open in the direction of that knee. Now, we're supported with both feet. You might wonder, how is this a balance? Well, it is, but also if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can take that left ball of the foot off of the seat of the chair and practice that way. 3 breaths. Only an option. Having that foot planted is great. And on your next inhale, we're going to slowly come out of it. Coming forward, taking our time to dismount, to step that left foot to meet the right. Back into Tadasana, mountain pose. Other side. So grounding through the left foot, getting light in the right heel. Lifting the ball of the right foot, bringing it to that chair seat. Root that left hip down. Right hip down. Thank you, Dave. Right hip down. And we're going to bring the left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Right arm up alongside the ear. We're twisting towards the lifted, bent knee. And reach those right fingertips behind you, rotating the heart open. Good. And you can stay right here. You can hover that right foot. If you want to play with that, what we really want to focus on is maintaining a steady pace of our breath. 2 more breaths. One more inhale. And exhale. Slowly untwist. Coming down to the mat. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you. All right, so before we get into the juicy yoga nidra that Jenna is going to guide us through, we're going to take a reclined inversion. So you can stay seated here. Inversions like this are really nice. This is similar to legs up the wall, if that's something you've ever done. And if this is something you want to practice at home, you can use a wall. We're going to come down to sit, just like this. And we're going to kind of twist, pivot. I don't have an elegant term for this. We're going to, twist around so that our legs are resting in the chair. So really it's the calves that are on the seat of the chair. And once you find that, you're going to slowly lower your spine down to the mat. You're going to rest the arms alongside the hips, palms face up. So we've got our legs elevated above our heart here. Our spine, our back body is fully supported by the mat or ground beneath us. Close the eyes if you'd like. And come back to that Samavriti breath if you've lost it. We've done a few dynamic standing postures. Now we start to slow down the heart rate. Samavriti breathing is a great practice for almost anything. If you're feeling particularly activated, agitated, it can help calm your nervous system, equal things out. But it's not so calming as to necessarily put you to sleep. The focusing in on the breath, that breath count, will keep you present, and that's a great meditation practice as well. We'll take about 10 more full rounds of breath here. And just let those legs release into the seat of the chair. slowly as you're ready. We're going to make our way to a fully reclined posture for Yoga Nidra. I'm going to turn it over to Jenna for that. And I don't know if seated is an option for that as well, but take it away, Jenna.
Okay. You can totally stay seated if laying on your back. Will be here for about 20 or so minutes. So you'll want to be comfortable and remove your chair out of the way so that your feet are you're in a totally supine position. If you have any lower back issues or pregnant, you may want to sit in the chair.
Turn the lights down.
Okay, that'd be awesome. Ruthie's going to turn the lights down, and Yoga Nidra is translated as sleep yoga or dynamic sleep. So that is all that's going to be, you're going to be invited to do for the time being.
Whichever one of these are. Yeah.
So all you have to do is really listen to my voice. And if you lose track of my voice at any time in the practice, just know that is totally okay. And the goal isn't to try to remember or hear what I say, but rather to trust that whatever you do catch, that there's a deeper part of yourself that is present and listening. And besides that, all you have to do is just be here. So let's take some breaths together, breathing in through our nose, deeply inhaling and you'll sigh like an exhale out through your mouth. Wonderful. Doing that again. In. Sighing out. Beautiful breath. And so I'm going to invite you to welcome in what I call an ally, which is a person or a place in nature. This person is someone who is unconditionally loving in your life, someone that brings you joy. It could be a parent, a mentor, a child, and you're going to picture them in your mind. And if you choose a place in nature, it can be a place that you've been, that you've visited, or it can be a completely magical place of healing. And all you're doing now is just welcoming in the details of this space in your mind, of this memory. I'm inviting you to call on the colors of this place or person, the smell, what it looks like. If it's a place, it might be beach or mountains or a special tree. And you're allowing this memory to spark a feeling of comfort and groundedness, safety, security, peace, and joy. And you can call on this ally throughout our practice or throughout your life. This is a resource that you are giving yourself. And now I'm inviting you to bring your awareness to a higher power. We're opening up to a sense of the divine. Maybe you call it God, maybe the universe, maybe spirit. Calling on the mystery of all things. touching into that presence, a vast and loving and healing presence. And we're welcoming in the highest and the best outcome for first yourself, for our community, and for our whole world. And imagining that healing presence surrounding you. Maybe it's a white light or another color. Allowing yourself to fully receive that healing energy, letting it flow into you. Feeling that it is abundant around you. And taking a moment now, I'll invite you to identify an intention for your practice today. Something that you'd like to cultivate for yourself. It could be said in the affirmative, so not I hope or I wish. Instead, you can say, I am peaceful. For Yom Kippur, maybe I am forgiven. I forgive those who have wronged me, or I am worthy of forgiveness, or whatever words resonate to you that you've heard today. And continuing to soften and slacken your muscles and bones. Beginning to open up your senses, starting with your sense of sound, allowing the sound vibrations around you to come in to your awareness and into your ear canals. Your sense of sight next, peering into the darkness behind your eyelids. Your sense of smell and the feeling of the air as it comes and goes in and out of your nose. Feeling the gentle rise and fall of your belly with each breath. Noticing your sense of touch, feeling the clothes on your body, the earth beneath you, the air on your skin, feeling how this is in your body. All 5 senses are wide open. Feeling your whole body is alive with sensation right now. And bringing your awareness now to your feet, into the soles of your feet. And softening your toes, your ankles, softening your calves and shins, softening deep into the marrows, the very centers of your bones. Softening your knees in the front and the back. Your and feeling both legs as if they're separate from the rest of your body, soft and slack, letting go of any and all effort. And feeling the weight of your pelvis, welcoming sensation in your tailbone and sacrum, your lower back and hips, softening, bringing awareness to your belly. And take a moment to just notice the rise and fall of your abdomen with each breath. Moving up into your sternum, your chest, rib cage, solar plexus, asking them to soften and open. And feeling your whole spine like a thread of silk, soft and slack. Softening your fingertips and fingers, your hands, wrists, forearms, upper arms, and shoulders. Softening your throat and releasing the weight of your head into the earth. Softening your jaw, your tongue, your cheeks, feeling your forehead widen, softening your scalp. And feeling your entire body is soft and slack. And feeling as if the space all around you is softening. The space to your left and right. Above you and beneath you. The space above the crown of your head and beneath the soles of your feet. Open and expansive. Noticing if you feel light as a feather or heavy, like you're sinking into the ground. And whatever you're experiencing is welcome. allowing your whole body to be breathed effortlessly. And giving yourself permission to feel, welcoming emotions, whatever is coming up for you to feel, welcoming them without needing to change them or even name them, simply feeling and allowing them to manifest and flow through you. Aware of the empty space from which thoughts arise, watching them come and go like waves in an otherwise peaceful ocean. Listening for messages from the deepest parts of yourself. And receiving your inner knowing. And welcoming your whole body as pure sensation, pure energy, open and expansive, transparent and receptive. And feeling into a place of pure being, open, spacious, limitless. Allowing this experience to unfold and allowing everything to be just as it is, without the need to change or do anything. Just being. And in the next moment or two, we'll take some slightly deeper breaths, coming back into the body, feeling the cool air enter your nose, filling up your lungs and belly, feeling the earth beneath you. come back to your ally that you came up with at the beginning of the practice, evoking those feelings of peace and security, groundedness and safety. And take a moment to look back at your whole experience today and just notice what stuck out to you. Was there a message that you received? Something from your still small voice? Revisiting your intention. And you can bring some gentle movement back into the body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, stretch your arms and legs, and yawn. You can give yourself a hug. Place your hands, one on your chest or one on the belly or wherever feels nice. And when you are ready, you can roll over onto your favorite side in the fetal position. Having a few breaths here, feeling this place of renewal. And I invite everyone to come up into a seated position, slowly, gently, mindfully, maintaining this resonance in your body. So, we hope that this practice today has brought you a sense of stillness and quiet. And on this day of Yom Kippur, it is said that in Judaism we have 5 levels of the soul, and that the 5th level we have access to today. And I wonder if this stillness and quiet, you may have been able to hear that highest self part of you that is connected to God. So thank you all for coming today, and I hope you have this resonance through the rest of today and hopefully longer. So namaste.
Namaste.
Good yantif, and have a meaningful fast.
Thank you.
Good, yes.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.